Howdy! We are going to be editing our photographs that we took for letters that we saw around us. I'm going to use this example because she said she did a good job and she said I could use it. So this is Kathy, and I notice it's black and white. So this is going to be our final product. So let's start in Photoshop. And since we're dealing with letters, some guys' names are like Bobby or Brian. So why is B the coolest letter in the alphabet? Like the coolest. It's because it always ends in the middle between AC. That's why, especially in the summer, it's really cool. Alright, so, and our width is going to be 3 inches. Okay, so we're going to hit OK like that. So it should look like that. So basically, we're going to be making our letters look like this because when we're done, we're going to be putting them next to each other like that. Okay, so let's go in and start. And we're going to put all of our letters into that one document. So Command A, Command C, and then come in here, Command V, and it should paste in really big. So Option and then Command T and transform. And what you can go ahead and edit these letters, but make sure you don't change the ratio. Okay, so hold on the Shift key if you need to rotate anything. There's my K, and you want to position it so it looks legit, like it looks like the letter that you took. Okay, as much as possible. So I'm gonna position it right around there. Okay. Now, we're going to be doing, these are going to be black and white. And what I'm going to do is create a layer. Go here to the half moon. It's like a adjustments layer. And go ahead and hit black and white. Okay, so what this is going to do is any layers that are below this is going to create black and white. Okay, so we're also going to make an adjustment layer. So go ahead, click on the half moon adjustment layer and go to curves. Okay, and so with the curves, you also you might see a adjustments layer window. If you don't, you see go to window adjustments and you click on the hand with the arrow up, and you can basically click on different colors or black and white, so darks or lights, and make some parts darker and some parts lighter. Okay, so you may want to play around with that to get just the right amount of texture and things that you want for that. So once you see the adjustments layer that you want, you can also make any other adjustments, such as you could go with go to the original layer, and also it says layer 1, so name it though. So I'll name it K, and so if I go to my adjustments layer, I can also change like the exposure, maybe the shadows and highlights, or the fineness of it. So when I'm done, I'm gonna hit File, Save As, and I'm gonna call this 1K, okay, because it's my first letter, and then save it as a JPEG. Okay, save it as a JPEG. So I'm gonna save this as a JPEG and save, and maximum large file. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go in and get my next letter, and if you can't see your letter, okay, you can go here to Window, Arrange, and hit Cascade. And they will basically cascade and you'll be able to see them. So next is my letter A. So here's my A. So I'm going to hit Command A, Command C, and I'm going to go back to that same document file, create a new layer, and paste it in there. Command T to transform, and make sure you don't change the ratio. Keep the ratio good. And then I can choose how I want my A to be. Okay, so there we go. I have my A. Now, if you unhide the curves, you'll see what the difference was. And again, you can click on your curves, and if you want to adjust the curves at all, you can. So if you want to make this more black and this more white, because you want it to be very contrast. Okay, uh, so it's obviously seen. Now, if your letter is hard to recognize, like you might think, hey, people might not think that's an A, there are a couple of things you can do. One thing is you can take my layer, and it's not layer 1, it's actually A, and you can create a copy of that A, okay? And then what you can do is go ahead and make this layer um, darker. So I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and we can go to Exposure, and we can actually take down the exposure down so it's a little bit darker. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. So now I can hit E on my eraser tool, have a really soft hardness, okay, kind of a big brush, and now I can go in here if I need to, and I can kind of erase, you know, some of um, that letter so it's a little bit more obvious to see. And again, you'd only want to do this if like you really think that you can't really tell what your letter is. If you unhide it, like this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like after. So again, actually this may be better than my other one, but I guess it just depends on your picture. Okay, so choose what you want, and when you're done again, go to File, Save As, and choose JPEG and save as a JPEG file. And again, I'm going to call this 2 since it's my second letter, and this is going to be my A, so 2A. And again, that's a JPEG file. Maximum, okay. So just continue doing that for the rest of your letters. And when you're all done with all your letters, okay, now we're going to put them all together. Okay, you have a photograph. Okay, so we're gonna be printing our photographs, but one letter is gonna be printed on one side and one is on the other side. Okay, so 2 letters per 4x6 photograph. So I'm gonna hit Command N, and I'm gonna change this to inches, and my width is gonna be 6, and height is 4, and resolution 200. I'm gonna hit OK. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I want to make sure that I know where that 3 inch is. So I'm going to come in here to my ruler, drag it over to the 3 inch just to make sure that I know where my 3 inch mark is. Okay. So then I'm going to go in and grab my letters, okay, that I made. So here was the A that I made. So I'm going to drag that in, and I'm going to drag in the K as well. So drag the K in. And Command A, Command C, and go in here, Command V, and it should be the right dimensions. If it's not, that means you had the wrong dimensions to create it, and you should probably go to that letter and go to image, image size, and then change it to be 3 full resolution 200. Okay, so, and Command V, and again move that to the right side. There we go. So now I have 2 of them ready for a print. Remember, it's about that size, so it's good to print. So now I can save that. I can go to File, Save As, okay, and I can call this 1 since it's my first image, and then I can call this KA. And then I again save that as JPEG, and save that as largest quality. Okay. Now, if your name is odd number, for example, Kathy, K-A-T-H-Y, it's 5. Okay. For your last one, okay, what you're going to do, here's the Y. You're going to insert your self-portrait. Okay. And so open up your self-portrait that you made from before. And if you don't have that self-portrait, then just don't include it for now. And then put that black and white self-portrait that should be about the right size, and then save that, and we're going to use that later. So now if your name is even, like M-A-R-K, Mark, and then your fifth one would be, that would be like your last one if you have an even number name. Now once we're all done, your photos are all ready for print, but now what we're going to do is insert them all together as one block for just for the web. So Command N for new, and go to inches, and now for our length, for width, Kathy is 5 letters, and then again we have our sixth one for our self-portrait, so that's actually 6. And they're going to be 3 inches wide each. So 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm going to put 18 and keep height 4. Now if it was Mark, M-A-R-K, that's 4 plus your self-portrait 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So width would be 15. Make sure resolution is 200. Hit OK. And now we have something long like that. Now we're going to come in and insert our images that we made. So again, open up your images, and they should make sure the layers are compressed. Command A, Command C, and then go ahead and Command V, and it should fit like right in there. Okay, when you're all done, we're next going to make a border around it. So we're going to go to Image, Canvas Size, and we're going to change the width. We're going to increase it by 1 inch. So whatever it is, go 18. That's going to go to 19. Height is going to go to 5, and you hit OK. And what that did was put a border around it. Now what we're going to do is change click on background in your layers and double click it to unlock it, and we're going to click on function and color overlay, and we're going to choose black. Okay, and go ahead and hit OK. And actually we should merge our layers if you haven't already, so go ahead and merge them all together. Control click, select them all. Then you're going to, with the marquee tool, draw a rectangle around each letter, and then go to edit, and we're going to go to stroke and choose 10 point and black and hit OK. Command D as in dog, and you'll notice it has a thin fine line around the letter, which cropped it. So go ahead and keep doing that. Stroke 10 point to each one of them all the way across until you're done, and then you have your fancy letters for your names, and it looks good.